Hi there, and we're back at Steve's Auto Care for another wonderful world of engine diagnostics. Okay, anyway, we have a 2006 Pontic G6 with a Misfire, cylinder number 2, and I verified it with the scan tool because I can watch the misfire counts go on, and it shows me a misfire or a fault on injector number 2. So first thing I did was use my lab scope here to check the waveforms on the injector number 2. Now you cannot go directly to the injector because it's underneath the manifold, but they have a big bulk connector here. And I researched it and found all of the wires and what they go to, and verified that this green wire here is injector number 2. This is the ground side of the injector to the ECM, and so the harness goes this way. So this pink wire right here, that's the wire that feeds power from the switch. So power goes in, separates to all 6, goes through the injectors and comes back through the top part of the connector, and then it goes from there out to the ECM, which is here, and the ECM grounds it to turn it on. So I verified signal in cylinder number 1, and I had a good signal here. I did the same test for cylinder number 6, which is the green wire there, and we had no signal. So usually at this point I just take a Noid light and plug it into the injector, but I can't get to it. So the only way I was able to check see if the ECM is giving me a pulse is to carefully remove the green wire out of the connector, use some alligator clips, and then hook it up to a Noid light outside of the connector. So I ran power from the battery to the Noid light, and then the Noid light gets connected to the green wire to the ECM. And when I started the car up, there was no blinky, which is what's supposed to happen if the ECM is turning the injector on and off. So the next test, so what I have verified is that it's not ignition, it is an injector issue. I also verified that I ohmed out the wires as well, pink to each individual injectors, and all of them ohmed out good. So that tells me that electrically the injectors sound. Now that doesn't tell me if the injector is dirty or clogged up. It just tells me electrically it's okay. So I had to push even further. So that's where I started wanting to make sure that the pulse is good. If we had a good pulse, then I would say the injector is clogged, but the Noid light didn't blink when it was hooked up, and that told me no pulse. So what's the next step after that? Well, I had to verify the wire between here and the ECM. And what you see here is my scope hooked up to the C2, which is the center connector of the ECM, onto terminal, I think right now it's on number 5, I believe. Let me verify that real quick. 5, if you read here, 5 tan wire injector number 1 control, and number 6 is injector 2 control. So let's review. Okay, so this one here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm testing number 5 because I want to verify my readings, make sure that we're getting the same readings. So we got 0.6, 0.8 ohms, and my black lead, which is here, is to here, which is the, if you look closely, the tan wire. So this would be injector 1 control circuit. So I'm going to move it over. I'm going to just basically disconnect this and hook it onto my green wire here. Okay. And then move it over here to number 6, which is the next slot over. I lost my place. 2, 4, 6 right there. Okay, make sure we get a good stab there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And readings are practically the same. So that tells me that the wire between the ECM and the injectors are good. And I've already verified that the wires from here to the injector is good. So the only thing left in this loop is the ECM. So my diagnostics here is done. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps. And, you know, spread the word. Thank you. Bye-bye.